and they want to turn the station, David, into a community center. David, back up in Seattle. Thank you. Now the firestorm tonight after
Hello, hey, hi. Everybody, social media fan. Again, also racist, but again, not necessarily being of whatever walks of life, factions of society, lifestyle preferences. I mean, you got to recognize and realize people, places, and things. Been there, done it. Don't want to do it again. At least not in time to soon enough again. God forbid. It may be a long time coming. If and when. Or if at all, really, yet to be said, you know. Or so I've been a person, or a person by myself, that speaking correct standard English grammar of American dialect of some of such qualities and quantities or not. And I think of it with that in my mind's distress back here, reason purpose is being, unless I go on following to continue from where when I had last left off to finish up as incomplete or former line of thought, you know, in the senses. Well, so I say, and I state for that being the record. I mean, fools walk in where angels fit a tread, and I like to think that I don't have to go there today. Regardless of whatever the weather temps may be like for any season. The calendar year, especially when it comes to that. Should I say fall? Summer, fall, and winter. Or summer and winter.
Where he worked, and that company saying that his statements were wholly inconsistent with their values. Hoffman apologizing for saying his choice of words was quote awkward.
Anyway, though, yeah. Then, so I say to you all, being of whom on social media family, not counting the internet trolls and the negative, you know, that will remind me of certain proverbial neighbors from hell, crank callers, and our stalkers. Then I just learn how to that much more pray for others once again, regardless of how they may feel about me. And be so quick to diss those persons of some sorts of such types of characters, being of whom could possibly attempt to become or be a conflict of interest. And go about expressing themselves in some such a way whereas they do not even have their own best interest in mind. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention that being some such to be possibly considered in regard and reference to other people or other persons being their fellow American citizens and foreigners alike. So I say to you all, being of whom I am my social media family, of the old and young alike, of both of the true sexual genders, males and females, representing the global community within this post-911 era of a new millennium, or this apocalyptic day and age, and where the doomsday clock is now at a couple few minutes to midnight, compared on how formerly previously prior to then it was a quarter midnight, for these rather biblically prophetic times. How are you all doing? Well, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay, if not better yet to be said, all right, or if not best of all to be said, you know, to be feeling blessed and stressed, more blessed and stressed, or too blessed to possibly become or be stressed. You and yours, your family and friends, hopefully me and mine, likewise as well, or all the same. But then, nevertheless, regardless of whatever that my person could possibly speak upon, bit of one subject matter of an issue at hand, pardon the pun, none was meant or none had been intended, and no disrespect is meant to be directed at some, let's give them time, at persons being of whom are of past, present, and or future sexual assault victims or rape victims. And as I think of it, oh yeah, and likewise, slight indigestion, I say before I would go on with some. And neither nor in due regard in reference to murder victims. And then I think of it with that in my last try to backtrack to the reason President or I'm going forward to continue from where and when I last left off to finish up as incomplete a form of the previous fire line thought in that same word. You know, but then regardless of whatever I could speak upon of a given argument, you know, be it a controversy or not, or some such of a plague upon society of any given one, or whatever country or nation representing the global community, for some such a time as this, you know, as we have it, practice being or possibly to complement passages out of the good book where it says, there shall be an age of lawlessness. Yes. Then, regardless of whatever I could speak upon, be it of one given argument to be debated with the many different views and opinions, to be associated with some of such pros and cons, you know, or be it a couple or few, or four more for that matter. But then, don't kill the messenger. I'm just here to deliver. And therefore, hopefully, I'll speak forth a line thought in the saints' word. You know, with that much less usage of the speakers of profanity, much rather than instead of with that much more, in other words, cuss words, simply say. And therefore, hopefully, likewise, and some of us give more time, I would that much less play the part of the devil's advocate, and that's less fatigue, being a prodigal son, compared on to how the worst is other likes of those false brethren, suppose the so-called holier than thou of modern day religious Pharisees and Sadducees, religious church hypocrites, religious charlatans, religious chameleons, religious con artists, wolves in sheep's clothing, or snakes in the grass, being of the worstest, of unbelievers and unbelievers, being of deceivers who pretend to be believers in God, as in Christians, aka Protestants, and therefore they themselves will be likewise to be considered of the worst, or the worstest, or closet devil worshippers, being of whom make up the majority of churchgoers of whatsoever religious denominations, from the pools to the pulpits, of members and visitors alike. You know, being as they are to be possibly considered with the different means of drinking the Jonestown Kool-Aid mixed punch of false doctrine, you know, to complement passages out of the good book where it says, so I paraphrase, it's not quite exactly, there shall come a day and age where the people will say, give me the fables, rather than some such other vice versa. You know, but that is some such a given on time. Over 75 years of savings and checks. And now that I've got the basic intro as an introduction and preliminaries out the way, let me get to speaking my thoughts or express myself, you know, and or discuss some such matters be debated. Like say, for example, that being the weather's temps. It's proven to be quite strange once again. You know, like disregard that. I was eating an apple. I mean, believe it or not, it just get me thinking. Whereas before then, I was eating hot snacks. You want to know a home remedy to help you get over that of a rather severe or serious case of indigestion or gas, to simply say after eating hot snacks, then eat an apple. Trust me. Within the the first half an hour eating an apple after you would have consumed, some such cheesy hot snacks of any kind, on nature, hot food for that matter, if I'm not mistaken. Likewise, then eat an apple, and it should relieve you of the indigestion or gas within the first half an hour after having eaten some such of that particular food. And getting back to some such of, yeah. I mean, these weather temps have been acting really crazy lately. Like where I'm at, for the Midwest of the USA. From, how should I put it? From being a balmy summer weather temps just a few days ago to raining cats and dogs to sunny day but yet windy day kind of weather temps. I'm wondering what is going on. Has some mad scientists attempted once again throw a monkey wrench in Mother Nature's program? Oh yeah, I think so. Very much like so. And as part of a grand scheme of certain whites over the non-whites to attempt to eliminate as many persons among the non-whites, many of whom could possibly become a conflict of interest for the 1%ers of the very rich who owns the majority of the world's wealth. Whereas it is supposed to be more than a conspiracy theory that they themselves want to bump off 1 billion persons in the world so that they can or could possibly have much better control over the masses of populations of, the less likely to be considered as rich or to do for that matter, pitting each and every one of us against one another, or whatsoever race, whatever walks of life. Whereas they have the help of their flunkies or sellouts to help the filthy rich to get their way, even if it means that others have to become expendable or other civil and human rights have to be violated. Okay. Oh, excuse me. It has been a rather wild day, quite a roller coaster of a day. All kinds of characters acting out, misbehaving, even a currency exchange worker or attendant, whereas I'm in this one place of business atmosphere, or currency exchange, and I'm trying to run some errands for somebody else, and whereas I had to pick up a couple few, whatever I was there, so far as that being money orders is concerned. So I go into the one currency exchange and make a purchase of a money order, and this heifer behind the counter, she keeps making mistakes on the money order than what I had informed her to print as in type up. So then she comes to attitude and just give me the amount that was requested for the money order and just leave the money order blank with the exception of the amount that is worth. I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, oh, you just gonna give me a money order like that and how I had told you I wanted to print it up. That's just laziness on your part, I'm thinking. And I'm like, by rights, you should give me a play. And because you're the one that's like followed the blame, you made the mistake, not me. By how you had misspelled words and something like a couple of money orders. Before the third one, she just didn't print type anything. Like, well, ain't that a blip? You caused me problems, and yet I have to pay for it because you cocking the attitude. Now you don't want to print type the words in which I had made a request of. Like whereas money order could possibly you know, come from one party to be sent to another. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous. Yeah. So I was pretty pissed behind that. You know, and I'm like, pretty much so cussing and swearing like a drunken sailor within the atmosphere of the currency chamber. Then just walked out and said, forget it. You know, she made push one of them buttons behind the counter and called for backup from security to the regular police. And I'm like saying, I ain't trying to go out like, you know what I'm saying? So I said, I just have to, you know, consider my losses and count my blessings. And I'm like saying, wow, you make a mistake and I have to pay for it. You as the currency exchange attendant. Now you're cocking the attitude and don't want to print type the words I had in mind for you to print type into the money order. I'm like, yeah, it's not even worth it, you know. So I just left with some sort of other ass is. I'm like, wow. Of all the words can I describe how
Michelle is not only a graduate, she's a U.S. Army captain.
Congratulations, Rochelle. Thank you for your service.
Beginning her residency at Madigan Army Medical Center near Tacoma.
I know that I am on the right path.
yeah, so anyway though, that was quite a trying experience. Was I'm feeling hot and bothered, and this currency exchange worker wants to come out of a trick bag, you know, developing an attitude for something that she had done, not me. She made the mistakes or the errors upon the money order. Or certain letters within the words that you use, certain letters look like different other kind of letters. And I said, I don't see how. You know, I mean, I write pretty legible. That's just a figment of your imagination. You're just lazy. You don't want to do the job you get paid for. That's all. I'm like, what in the world? But other than that, everything has been squared away.
And a popular destination getting ready to reopen after being closed for months.
Live from Chicago's number one news, ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 6 starts right now.
Now at 6, we're hearing new reaction to these photographs. Chicago's mayor saying that they show Chicago police officers lounging inside a congressman's office while looting was happening outside. And those images were caught on camera inside Congressman Bobby Rush's campaign office.
We have live team coverage tonight.
Did y'all hear that?
From the I-team. We start right now with ABC 7's
Oh, wow. While looting was going on, the police officer was lounging.
So in the midst of all the looting that happened on
Man,
the side of
you think something like that, a case or situation, would happen in a small town like Mayberry or FD, you know. Yeah, with Andy Taylor and Bonnie Fife possibly gold breaking. No, I doubt it. If anything, some of the definitely. Ain't that a blip?
Chicago police were captured on camera lounging inside Congressman Bobby Rush's campaign office at 54th and Wentworth.
These individuals did indeed abandon
Fire
their
them all.
responsibilities and their obligation and their
Fire
oath
them.
to serve.
I'm saying, and got to know talking about blacks are
We
lazy.
should all be
Some lazy white boys are police officers.
What do you do
You know,
when there's no riot?
they're lounging while there's all that rioting and loot.
Earlier this week,
Can you believe that? Look at that.
morning of Monday, June 1st. Well,
Somewhere.
looters
Somewhere over on 50 something state. For his war, you know, if it had been a white war, they wouldn't have been doing all that.
Police brass say
Well,
3
black
supervisors and 10 officers were involved.
Can you imagine that? That's tough.
Defend officers. When I think they've done something right and they're improperly accused, I will defend them 100% of the time, and they know it. This is indefensible.
The superintendent addressed police leadership today.
Ain't that a bit? But anyway, getting back to some of the stuff that, you know.
We're going to hold you accountable. And that your behavior.
Yeah, it's been a really hot and humid day, you know. And some of such rather aromatic scents that would be much more familiar to be, you know, considered as entitled as, you know, stenches or funk. Aromatic scents was meant as sarcasm, evidently, obviously. And I was on this one CTA transport, and this brother was laid out, and he didn't piss and poo-pooed on himself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he had pissed and poo-pooed on. I can see if you have accident, just maybe take a number one on yourself, depending on how slow traffic is, you know, mass transit and so forth, or even if you drive your own ride. But the poo-poo on yourself and all that stuff. Ain't there any washroom nearby? Like, I mean, the library is open now. You know, I mean, some of these fast food places, all you gotta do is have a few bucks, you know. Buy you a little something, they let you use the washroom, you know. You can try to keep at least $1 on you, you know. So that if in event, an emergency crisis situation of that nature where you have to, you know, use the washroom, you know what I'm saying? But this obviously, evidently, however said, he was some kind of a derelict transient, as in, you know, a homeless bum. And he really stunk up the CTA transport. I had to, you know, take another from there. You know, I had to change up. I said, forget this here. I mean, it was like funky for those premises, probably of that particular CTA transport of a mode. It was thing like pure D shucks, man. What the man? What the? I'm like, son of a. I'm like, man. I'm like, are you serious, man? Got this here atmosphere stinking like pure D. I'm just telling like it is. I had to say, I was pretty much so dog tired. I just wanted to get on back elsewhere to call it a day and night, because it's been one of them days and night. And I was well, hoping not much as it was one of those days. Hopefully it won't be just as much one of them nights with the name from hell, cocksucker. A bitch ass son of a bitch faggot, a faggoty ass bastard, faggot enough of a terrorist wannabe, and a cowardly bully of a proverbial neighbor from hell, public nuisance problem. Anyway, though, you know, I mean, I just want to get back to my past, especially when one of my OGs, a maternal head, one of the maternal heads, matriarch from my own immediate personal family household, wanted to postpone her business for her own personal survival until another day. Because I was supposed to go shopping with her. She said she's going to wait another day, you know. And I would just have to brace these words where she usually get a delivery person to help her run errands as well as I myself, and she would pay him likewise or pay me, you know. And I'm like saying, wow, the weather's different enough to deal with, only for me to think to come back to my pad to call it a day. And this cocksucker, he was thinking like, shucks, man, pure D damn shucks, man, what the man? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh man, that'll be good. You made me grateful. You gotta be grateful and thankful. You know that I myself wasn't a CT attendant at that given moment in time, and had me some stuff to spray down the funk of buses and trains and dispose of the garbage. And then I could have come so close to taking that water hose and spraying his ass with it. And then you don't want to do that because if you employ the city, civil servant, you'll lose your job, you know. all the cocksucker like that has to say is, and CGA didn't spray me down with water hose. You know, tell her I was smelling stinking funky down here. He sprayed me with water hose, but he wasn't supposed to do that. He was supposed to go to his supervisor and state his grievance and put it in a form printed word as a write-up or call it in. Anyway, though, I think y'all get the giant deal what I'm trying to say. It was hot as damn hell today. In the 80s, pushing toward the 90-degree mark. And like I myself, and speaking upon some of the other things coming out, I myself cannot really, I really have to put forth the extra effort. Depending on what the weather temp is at, at some given time, for what level, depending, and likewise depending on the season, I don't want to be out here much when the weather temps get too hot during the summer season, and I don't want to be out here too much when the weather temps become too cold for a winter season. If I do venture, I have to prepare for before then to get out there and be bothered with the weather temps, which is devastating enough in its own right. Then to have it compounded of a problem by the likes of certain proverbial neighbors from hell. Public nuisance is a problem of neighbors, can or like so.
Movie theaters may
You know what I'm saying?
50% capacity, and professional
Life is
offices
too
can
short
resume
for
work at full
anybody.
capacity. Now, people are still asked to wear masks.
Life is too
and to
short,
socially distance. More than a dozen
Like back in the day
lawmakers
before I
and
went for
mayors
some more
of Columbia
recovery,
City
but I'm
are
still
pressuring
pretty much
Illinois
a
Governor
babe
Pritzker to move
in,
the state of
self-help
Illinois
recovery
to phase 4
program
as well. And the governor has said that the state is on
meetings,
track to move
but
to phase 4 on
back in the
June
day,
26th. Today, the
if I would have had quite a bit of a day of, and I'd be like ready to get me a 6-pack and a pack of squares at that, and I'd be smooth selling, hopefully back at my crib than be out there in the streets, romancing the thought of from getting drunk to getting high and all that. I remember one time or another, some homies told me the next day, for a given neighborhood, they said, "Hey, home team, homie, you was drunk as a skunk, and you was, man, you was like wilding back and forth. Nevertheless, you was persistent trying to get back to your crib, baby boy, trying to get back to your pad to call it night. But then we saw some jokers on the sidewalk, and being as we are some such of your homies, we told them, don't mess with him. That's our homie. You mess with him, y'all won't have to deal with us." And he left it alone. I was say, what? Get out of here. He said, yeah, man, you was drunk, man, but we were watching. We were watching as some of your more real homies, like when some Joes like acting like they were going to attempt to, bond rush you and jack you for your merch as well as your moolah. We told them, don't mess with him. That's our homie. Y'all mess with him, y'all gonna have to deal with us. And they left alone. He just walked it off. I like bet, good looking out. I said, don't mention it, man, because we had seen them jokers eyeballing you at a distance and was thinking about closing the gap that was before they saw us, and like we was like right there, and we want to meet them off at the pass. But we told them before then, like, don't mess with him. If you mess with him, y'all gonna have to deal with us. And then they just went the other way. I said, yeah, I like bet, man. I like, all right, well, all right, man. I gotta look out for y'all, bro. Sure enough, man. Don't worry about it. Ain't no thing. Ain't no thing but chicken in the wing. We take care of our own. I said, yeah, all right. Said, I like that in ya. That's way homies should be. Real homies. Real true homies, not some fake ass homies or fair weather friends. I said, well, What can I say? You know how we do. We real homies. You know how we roll. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, getting back to the weather temps. These weather temps is like funky, man. It's like some stupid, sick, mad scientist faggotty, or possibly worse yet, closet-faggot, bitch ass son of a bitch bastard of a white boy is throwing a monkey wrench in Mother Nature's program. You know, to attempt to throw one and many of us for a loop. You know. I'm like, oh yeah, did I mention? No, I didn't. But so far, another incident. But I did get jacked. That was years ago. But this was by some fake homies. You know, perpetrating a fraud. You know, fair weather friends. They're your friends as long as you got something for them. You ain't got nothing. They don't give up about you. You know? So this was at one time or another. I was like, you know, it was on a check day. You know how they take millionaires per day. So I was supposed to be like, get me one, you know, and that I violated my golden rule. I think I told you all about this within, you know, quite a few past broadcasts of mine. But then I'll get back to some such. I was like, no, I violated my golden rule, which is to pay rent, utilities, home phone, and cell phone fees before that my person were to, you know, think to get me one for myself. You know what I'm saying? But kind of slept that one. But that is something, so give them on time where it's hold it, y'all. Somebody interrupted my broadcast. I'm gonna start the damn computer over here. Ain't that a bitch?
Secretary of State facilities are now open.
Since the start to install the newest Windows feature.
Expired licenses and IDs will be served. Vehicle stickers can also be renewed. There's no need to rush in.
I may have to close shop, y'all, so I can install this here.
Now October 2021.
You know,
safety measures, including social distancing, are in place, so please be patient. Avoid lines by renewing online or by phone. For more information, visit cyberdriveillinois.com.
So I'm gonna speed dial this here, the closing, and get back with y'all, right? Because I wanna get this one, because I got so very few computers. Like somebody computer hackers or sabotage some and such. Then there's like a couple few I can't even get in compared to other ones. Like I mean, well, I can turn it on, but I still can't get in compared to other ones. Can't even get past it, or whatever. But when I'm gonna speed down the conclusion, I get back with y'all later, all right? And by saying, if you haven't gotten Christ as your own personal Lord and Savior, I hope that you would think to do so now while the blood is still running warm in vain. But I recognize and realize what he himself had done and did upon the cross of Calvary on the hill of Golgotha, suffering at the hands of some Roman soldiers up on the orders of their religious peers being oppressed, then the less was he had given his life upon the cross of Calvary to save the lost souls of humankind. So if any of us been a whatsoever races and whatever walks of life, factions and society lifestyle preferences, you know, the old, young alike of both two sexual genders, a male and female representing the global community. Within this post-911 era, by new millennium of the apocalyptic day and age, and where the doomsday clock is now at a couple few minutes to midnight, compared on to how formerly previously Friday then was a quarter midnight for the biblical that time would have professed some such faith in him. And there will become a big blessing on the God and more ways than one. First and foremost, with his salvation being, which is the only means by which any of us can or could possibly hope to get into the kingdom of heaven. And then second of all, with that of his deliverance, but first you have got to get his salvation before you can be blessed in any regard. Otherwise you got nothing coming so far blessing is concerned. And then from there, once you were to cross on over into the great beyond the hereafter, or for the afterlife, you will have a rude awakening, because you will not have accepted Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, and have his blood sacrifice upon him within your soul. If from there you will be told, depart from me, ye cursed into everlasting fire, prepare for the devil and his angels, once a word to be asked, that being a question
Yeah,
And,
he says that's why they do
something
what
along
they
this
do.
line,
Doctors at Northwestern Medicine
you
say
know,
the woman is in her
is
20s.
his
She
or her
suffered severe lung
name
damage
written in
from
the
the
book of
virus.
life.
A
And then,
transplant was the
you
only
know,
way
you
to
hear the
save her
answer, then
life.
say, "No,
Hopefully
Lord,"
she
and then
will make
from there you
a
hear,
full recovery.
"Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels." For God is not to be mocked. What you sow, what you shall reap. You know?
Yes, we're going
And
to
if
check
you
in with
do
Larry
not
right now, delivering the good news.
accept Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, Messiah, deliver, and make the transition for the great beyond the hereafter, and your final destination will be the lake of fire, damn hell, with the rest of the unsaved and undelivered, unbelievers, and unbelievers, you know, to be tortured and terrorized by the devil and his demons forever, as in for all eternity, while we who are believers in God will be across the great divide that separates heaven from hell, in the company of, you know, we'll be across the great divide that separates heaven from hell and be beyond the pearly gates to be considered as citizens of the kingdom of heaven among other saints of the fellowship, and in the presence of God and his angels otherwise. But nevertheless, first you have got to get to salvation before you were to, you know, go to the opposite side of this existence. Otherwise, you got nothing coming of any kind of blessing, none whatsoever, not even while you're here, not to mention when you cross on over. See, I mean, after all, there's a way that seems right unto man, but the ways thereof are the ways of death. And, you know, it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this, the judgment. So get the salvation of Christ while you still have time, you know, for tomorrow's not promised to anyone. You know what I'm saying? People's places and things, you know. It used to be an old saying that goes something like this here before they updated it, was it used to go something like this, so I paraphrase and not quote exactly. Here today, gone tomorrow. Now it's here today, gone today. You know, gotta recognize and realize. All right, you all take care and be safe, be blessed, not stressed. Until we meet again, for further notice, then I guess wrap. Peace.